Well, hi, all my friends out there. Um, so, I know I haven't been doing that many videos, and just been sort of doing some self-care, working on my music. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be going to a studio and we're doing some recording. If I'm able to do that, then we will put it on video, and then I'll send it out there to you and Facebook land. As many of you know, I have been dealing with a covert narcissist at work. I had no idea because, well, they're covert. And the psychological damage that is done by these people is quite intense. I had no idea the damage that was being done to me until I saw the mask slip and then was able to put a name to what I was seeing. Thanks to God for Juliana and my hairdresser, Michelle. And yeah, so anyway, one of the things that I've learned about them is, not only the cycle that they put you through, but when they were damaged originally, their brains, we work on a sort of the, what's the term for it? Limbic brain and the intelligent brain, if you will. The old brain, the flight or fight area, and depending upon when these people were abused and their cognitive development happened, they protected themselves from the abuse that they were put under. And now the abuse can be verbal, physical, it can be negative abuse, it can be too much of putting this child on a pedestal, and too much smothering also can have a negative effect, making this child, a grandiose narcissist, okay? So depending on, if you were told you're bad, you're ugly, you're no good, you're this, you're that, then you're gonna develop in a different way. So that you're layering yourself with this fake facade. And now I met this lady, she's in her 60s, okay? So this layering that she has done for herself is very fragile, even though she's tried to protect herself. She's survived, and if you attack that, she's protecting this monster that she believes is her real self, or his real self. And they don't want that monster to get out. They don't want what they were abused about erroneously, okay? Because I don't believe any child should undergo that kind of abuse or be told that they are this or that when it's not true, okay? And even, just not giving love to a child or having them have self-worth developed by shunning them or keeping them away or making them feel abandoned, or that they have no importance in your life, or that you don't want them, is horrible to their psyche, okay? That they're not valued in some way. I saw this little kid on Facebook in China who, he's just a little guy, so I don't know how old he was, 2 or 3 years old, whatever. doing all kinds of things for his mom, cooking and doing things that were just rudimentary and very primitive, and doing, you know, hard labor and really trying to help his mother out, okay? It was really pulled at my heartstrings. So I've been dealing with this, and I have found that it has affected me in my brain, this, you know, cognitive dissonance going on, also a dissociative thing going on, and being away from it has really helped me to just get my center back and heal and by doing self-care. So doing my music, reading, having time with loved ones, getting away from toxic people is really important. Even as I go drive into getting closer to that place, I can just feel the tension, the evil, the negativity. Even with drivers on the road, it just people are just so uptight right now, and we're going through some sort of change also cosmically, so that doesn't help. And right now we're going through heat wave. Some of the states back east are going through it. Starting today, tomorrow, Sunday, Monday, we'll be having a heat wave, and it's going to be quite warm. So I've got my little portable air conditioning that's going on right now, hoping to keep things cool in the house. And so anyway, that's, you know, what I've been dealing with. And as far as the narcissist's brain is concerned, they will never change. They will never get better. As I've stated before, 12% for sure, probably double that, 24% are narcissistic in our society, if not more, because people just don't go to therapy because they don't think there's anything wrong with them. They actually consider themselves gods, that they are superior to everyone else. So it makes it difficult for them to want to come in. Unless it's under threat by a judge or the police, will they come in to therapy. And even then, so they can wrap their, you know, these therapists around their little finger if they need, if they're not versed in narcissism, and it's not taught in school. So what are you going to do? Study up on it as much as you possibly can. I've joined several groups now, and have learned quite a bit and listened to a lot of YouTube videos on the subject. And I've been praying about it. My heart goes out to these adult children, if you will, because I know what it's like to be abused as well, and I don't wish that on anyone, not even my enemy. And because I know that we are souls, that we are in these body suits, if you will, for a short season, and then we go home to our Father and to our various places in heaven. If that's where we choose to go. These people have a soul, they really do. It's just locked up and unable to thrive. So that breaks my heart for them, but I can't be everyone's savior, and I am not going to pay for the sins of somebody else. by taking their abuse. I am an advanced empath, I'm told, and I've had tests done, and I can feel when something's wrong in the room. I can sense when there's negativity. I try to come in and bring in light and goodness into wherever I go. And I can sense when something's not quite right and I need to leave, or that my energy is being sucked. Like, you know, some people call narcissists vampires. They just suck your energy because that's what they need. They can't develop it in themselves because their cognitive, their brain where you think and you can change your thought and everything hasn't been developed. They're dealing with their mammalian brain back here, the one that's the fight and flight part of their brain. And they are literally fighting for their lives when you insult them or give them what's called narcissistic injury. By just simply saying, you know, something, you know, you look tired. They just can't handle anything negative. They take it as a narcissistic injury, and they may not, depending on what kind of narcissist they are, may not display that right away. It may come out in other ways. So, no, I really suggest that you get familiar with this subject because it is becoming rampant throughout the world, and more people are talking about it, coming out with it, and more families are, you know, people are being stronger about talking about these sorts of things, and you should become familiar with it, especially when we have a president who's an obvious narcissist. And a lot of, you know, therapists have come out and psychologists have come out and have said so. Although, you know, so anyway, I have a different opinion on him, and I think that the Lord, you know, works in mysterious ways and uses people for His purposes. This is what I'm, you know, going through, and why you haven't seen that many, you know, videos from me yet. So if you would pray and for me and help me, you know, get through this, I would really appreciate that. It has shown me where my weak areas are, which is it's a good thing. It's the lessons I've taken away from it, is to work on my boundaries, and also to not just assume that people are good, you know, all the time, but just to have my guard up a little bit more when it comes to people, test things out a little bit better, yeah. So just because I'm in a caring profession doesn't mean everybody is caring, you know. So, you know, those nurses, you've heard those horror stories where nurses have killed people, you know. So, and doctors. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm hoping you all had a great 4th of July. We had our parade again, and the honking and horns and people all dressed up in red, white, and blue, very, you know, patriotic. We had fireworks and stereo, so that was fun. And so I've just been resting and again, like, you know, just working on the music and, you know, just trying to do some self-care and study what's going on with me, and trying to help others through the lessons that I learn. Even at this age, I'm still learning about people. And so anyway, that's the video for today. Give me a thumbs up, like, and subscribe only if you like it. Take care. Bye-bye.